Hey guys, it is Monday, something or other, Monday, July 18th, my goodness, and today here on Your Glam Squad, we are going to do my 5 beauty guru confessions. This is where we tell you 5 things that we do that we're not really supposed to do, and that we tell you guys not to do, but we're pretty bad about. So, the very first thing that would be one of my beauty guru confessions is obviously my eyebrows. As you can see right now, I don't even have them on. Eyebrows really change your face. They really, they're just kind of a big deal. They completely set up the framing for your face, and without good eyebrows, your face never necessarily looks completely put together. So for me, my big problem was that my eyebrows were always a mess. I always filled them in with whatever color I wanted, regardless. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to pick one color, or pick a color 1 shade lighter than your natural hair color, or 2 shades lighter, and go from there. My hair is really driving me crazy today. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep playing with it. But yeah, as you guys can see, I don't even begin to follow those rules, and then I just took them all off. So now when I do have them on, I've been drawing them in most recently with, what color is that? I use a medium brown or dark brown pencil form Jordana, and I've been coloring them in with Hustle, which is this color here. It's kind of purpley. That is because I have my hair like a reddish color, and then it's black underneath, which you can't really see. I don't know if you can see that at all, but yeah. So, that is confession numero uno. Confession number 2. I don't drink nearly enough water, and I drink way too much caffeine. That said, I'm typically not the type of person who drinks caffeine because they're tired. I do that sometimes. I won't say that I don't ever do that. But typically when I have coffee or like a highly caffeinated tea beverage or a Monster or something, it's because it sounds good. Like, for example, I'm drinking a Rehab because this is really good. It's basically an Arnie Palmer with a little bit of caffeine. I don't think there's that much caffeine in it. This has, I'm reading. I'll find it. It has 3,000 milligrams of the energy blend, which is different in every Monster. How much caffeine is included in that isn't really, because the first thing in that is glucose. I don't know how glucose is supposed to supposedly be giving you energy, because more than likely that's just going to turn into fat. But yeah, so I do drink more caffeine and less water than I should. Water is incredibly important to clear skin, just in general feeling more awake, alert, good, purified. In general, if you're not drinking enough water, you're definitely going to see a lot more breakouts on your skin. I just sounded like Bub's Beauty. Did you hear the way that, like, Irishy accent that she has? It's very unique because it's not quite Irish. That was weird. Anyways, so yeah, water is just very vital to feeling and looking your best. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Otherwise, it's going to show.
170 milligrams caffeine in it. So it's a little bit less than 2 cups of coffee.
Okay, John just looked it up. This has 170 milligrams of caffeine in it, so it's actually less than 2 cups of coffee. Okay. So there you go. Like I said, this just tastes good to me. I like Arnie Palmers, and I don't like a lot of pre-bottled Arnie Palmers. I don't like to get the Arizona Arnie Palmers because I feel like they are packed full of high fructose corn syrup. I don't know if this has high fructose corn syrup in it. I'm going to feel like a chump if it does. No, I just see glucose. So, that's better. It actually has coconut water in it. I love coconut water. I'm weird. I love me some coconut water. Confession number 3. I do not wear primer. And, like, a lot of the time I don't wear primer. I always forget about it until I've already put on powder or put on foundation. But when I, like, actually sit down and I'm taking time to get ready, like, to go out somewhere, I always remember my primer then, because I'm usually doing crazy stuff. But, I am terrible about remembering primer, and that's a very big deal, because I do have combination oily skin, that is oily enough to saturate the pigments in certain foundations and change the color, which is kind of a big deal because depending on, you know, the color, it can end up making me look really orange or really yellow and like Oompa Loompa, and so that's not good. So I need to wear a primer, but I always forget to wear it. That's a stupid sentence. I was about to say I always forget to wear it most of the time. That's... Why do you people listen to me? Confession number 4. I do not follow a consistent skin routine. And you can tell when I'm not following my skin routine because I'll suddenly break out really bad. But I have like 5 different products just sitting around that are face washes and like face scrubs, and I don't use any of them on any type of consistent matter or any consistent way. Like I typically just like grab whatever I feel like. So it's very, very difficult for me to describe my skincare routine to people because it is all over the place. And it didn't used to be like that. It used to be like, here is 1 bottle of lotion, here is 1 bottle of face wash, and here is 1 bottle of toner or 1 bottle of exfoliant or something like that. But now it's kind of all over the place. There are 3 face washes up in the shower. There's 1 down here by the sink. They're all 4 different. I do have a toner I'm using pretty regularly now. I didn't use any today. I usually only use it at night after I wash my face. I don't like to use toner in the morning because I have a moisturizing toner and I have really oily skin, so then it gets all wacky. I could not use the moisturizing toner, but I like the way it feels, so I don't know. It'll be nice come winter, and for now I'm just going to deal with it because I'm going to be oily and I'm going to be sweaty and gross anyways all summer long. So, yeah, I'd rather use the toner that I like and worry about it later. Yeah, so my skincare routine is what the point of this confession was, is it's just all over the place. It's not consistent, and sometimes my skin suffers because of it. And the big reason why consistency in your skincare is so important is because you can't really track what isn't working for you if you're not consistently doing the same things. Because if you're all over the place like I am, and your skin randomly gets really, really good, you're like, well, it could have been this, it could have been that, it could have been, you know, it's adding too many variables to an experiment, basically. So, that is confession number 4. Confession number 5. This is actually, there was like an hour in between when I was recording those when I'm recording these, so if I look different, that's why. I was talking to my mom. Confession number 5. Wear sunscreen. It's so important, and I always forget to do it, and that's why it's, like, literally the only sunscreen I'm ever getting is, like, my sunscreen and my makeup, because I always forget to put on my sunscreen until I'm, like, walking out the door, and it's useless at that point. I mean, it would help for the rest of the day for a little bit until... Sunscreen is... I'm going to do a video about this on my channel. It was requested a couple of different ways, so I'm going to do a video about sunscreen today. I will record it. But sunscreen, you have to put it on at least a half hour before you're going to be outside. 45 minutes to an hour is better. That way it really has a chance to settle into your skin and actually, like... I don't want to say activate, that's not the word, but we're going to say that for lack of better terms, for it to properly activate and keep you protected. So, and that's going to be the thumbnail. I guarantee that face I just made will be a thumbnail. Great. But you need to put it on way before you leave the house, and you need to keep putting it on throughout the day. If you get wet, if you play in water, if you sweat profusely and you're not using sweatproof or waterproof sunscreen, as soon as you get out and dry off, or, you know, dry off your sweat, you need to put more on. Even if you are using waterproof or sweatproof sunscreen, you need to pay attention to that. Make sure when you're reaching your 4 to 6 hour mark, you're reapplying your sunscreen. Otherwise you're going to get burnt. And, I mean, sunburn is skin damage, and you don't want to damage your skin, otherwise damaged skin looks bad. And people, if you're tanning... just stop. Just stop doing it. Just accept the way you look. I'm pale. Look at me. I'm pasty. I'm not even just pale. I'm pasty. Like, I like it. I'm fine with it. If you absolutely want to look tan, use a sunless tanner. Do spray tan. Do something like that. But yeah, make sure you're wearing sunscreen. My confession is that I never remember to put it on. and I always am very, very aware of it because I can feel my skin burning, and I hate that feeling. Especially tattoos, make sure you're protecting them because it's actually very, very bad for you to let your tattoos get damaged. Like this part of my tattoo right here, that used to be white, and it's not white anymore. On camera, it still looks white right now, but it's actually like a brown color, like a tan now, from where the pigment got burnt. I mean, it's just pigment in your skin, and when you let it get sun damaged, it's sun damaged. It's permanently damaged. So you have to keep, especially tattoos, protected. But you need to be protecting your skin, drinking all your waters, taking care of your eyebrows, all that business. Okay, you guys. So those are my confessions. Those are the things that I don't do as well as I should, and things that I tell you guys to do, and I'm not setting by a very good example. But I hope that you guys will do as I say and not as I do, and take care of yourselves. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.